Vampire Survivors. Buy this game. It's the best £2 you'll ever spend. Jokes aside, Vampire Survivors is a 2D action roguelike bullet hell game where you unlock a range of characters and each with their own passives and in turn, more items. I'm going to give an overview of the gameplay itself and how the average round will turn out. You start the round at level 1 and you'll just be avoiding and killing enemies. These enemies will drop gems which will give XP. Once enough have been collected to level up, you'll be presented with a choice of 3 at the start, and between these items you'll get main and passive items. At the start of the game you won't really have much choice until you unlock more characters, and the pool gets bigger eventually. Though it's RNG what can pop up, later on with permanent upgrades you can skip, banish and re-roll your choices. After reaching rank 8 with a main item and max rank with the associated passive item, it can vary depending on the passive item. You can then evolve the main item into a superior version of itself. In some cases it doesn't change massively, though always beneficial, some change more than others. There are a few exceptions to this rule. The guns and the birds come to mind, as they are main items that evolve with another main item. You have a maximum of 6 main and 6 passive slots. After everything is maxed out, you'll just get the option for gold or healing from chest and subsequent levels. You must survive as long as you can with the bosses appearing at the same time intervals each round, up to a maximum of 30 minutes, to which then you'll be killed by the Grim Reaper and that's it, round over. You will have accumulated gold throughout the run. You can use this to spend on permanent upgrades, making subsequent runs more efficient. These can be refunded and changed if you decide you want to tailor your upgrades towards a certain type of build when you've got further along and obtain more characters and items. This is the general gameplay loop. The variation comes with what characters you use and what item combinations you like, e.g. an AoE build or a projectile build. I prefer projectile builds as I feel you get a bit more bang for your buck, and once you've unlocked most of the items, it's just fun to watch an absolute mess at the end of the round with the amount of stuff flying everywhere. Pugnala is probably my favourite character, with their passive being +1 might per level with no cap, 20% increased movement speed, and they start with both pistols from the get-go, so you can come out guns blazing, literally. Most of the characters are unlocked passively, but a few you have to find on particular levels via a coffin guarded by strong enemies. These must be killed before you can open the coffin. The gameplay is the same on most levels, barring the few challenge stages they've added recently. Once you finish a map once, you unlock more game modes, which are Hyper Mode. This increases the speed of the game so the player and monsters, including their spawn. It also adds a few modifiers to luck and gold. This has become my default game mode. The next mode is Hurry Mode, which shortens the match time to 15 minutes and increases how quickly the waves cycle. So not only does this add an extra element of difficulty, it allows you to jump on for a quick game if you press for time. So far, they seem to do regular updates and fixes. These include levels, characters and items, and fairly recently, the randomizer. A card system which helps tailor your run towards the build you want, and it gives bonuses to specific groups of items in most cases. Or even just passively giving you revive straight out the bat, which helps when you have a lapse of concentration. Combine that with the upgrade system, it stops the early game in each round becoming too tedious. All in all, I had a lot of fun unlocking the characters and going for the achievements. It's definitely something I have and will continue to return to whenever they release more updates. This is a good start for an early access game, and I hope it continues. So just play the damn game. I do, however, have some small criticisms. Unless intentional, they should give updates to some older items before releasing new ones and characters, as they've left about 2 or 3 without pairing items, and it'd just be nice to see them finished. I think the new challenge mode, the Bone Zone, is scaled a bit too high in my opinion. I think the lack of items and healing drops make it more annoying than difficult for a game that still has some RNG elements with its upgrade system, even with all near talents upgraded. I just wanted to add a little bit onto the end. I haven't seen many games like this before. I've seen other bullet hell games like Touhou, Enter the Gungeon, stuff like that. But this seems to be like a reverse bullet hell, so it's got me quite interested in these sort of games. I like the take on it. I've seen a few more pop off on Steam recently, so good stuff. I think I'll give a few more a go, see how they play out. I'll end this by saying I'm looking forward to more updates for this game. Keep up the good work. Thanks for watching, and have a lovely night.